Marvel Legends, X-Men, Chode Wave, Fang. Let's get it. What's good, my peeps? The Ruck is back at you again with another action figure review. This time, Marvel Legends. We're continuing right down the line with the Chode Build-A-Figure wave of the X-Men. And up next, we have got Marvel's Fang of the Shi'ar Empire, part of the Imperial Guard. Basically, a whole bunch of members of that empire from different planets. They've comprised up to make the Imperial Guard, which is loosely based off of DC's Legion of Superheroes. So that's what we've got going on. You see our guy Fang over there in the cut by the packaging. And as far as the packaging goes, we have a digital render of Fang on the cover there with some artwork behind him. Have the X-Men logo down below. We've got some more artwork on one side of the pack. We have a digital render of the Build-A-Figure Chode himself on the other, along with all of the figures required to build Chode. There are 6 figures needed to complete Chode. The wave has 7 figures. The 7th figure, which would be Cyclops, is not needed. X-Men logo at the top. And on the rear, we have another digital render of the figure. And on our left, his right, we see the pieces needed to build Chode, the head and his pet, Kuri. And then on the right, our right, his left, we see his accessories, which is now the standard for Marvel Legends, an extra set of hands. So here we have our guy Fang on the rotating base, so you can see what's going on with him. If the costume looks kind of familiar, you're probably thinking about the tan and brown Wolverine costume, which was basically inspired technically by this costume. In fact, Wolverine wore this costume for a short time when there was conflict with the Imperial Guard, and Wolvie's costume got tattered up, so he saw Fang, attacked him, and then off panel stripped him down, and next thing you know, you saw Logan in Fang's costume. So that's how it went down there. Anyway, that's probably where you remember seeing, if any of you do remember seeing this costume before. As far as the accessories, let's get that out the way since it's only a pair of hands. And it's, in this instance, a pair of fists molded in the same brown as we see on the figure's wrists, hands, and boots. So that's basically all you get as far as that's concerned. As far as Chode is concerned, Fang comes with the head to complete Chode. And it's a pretty nice looking head, that's for certain. The red eyes. The jaw is articulated, so that's cool. We'll set this aside, and of course we will be building Chode when we get through all of the figures. Fang also comes with Chode's pet, Kuri. I believe that's how it's pronounced. CR apostrophe EE. So yeah. Anyhow, this is what it looks like. It does have articulation in the head. So there is that. It's got rotation and it can look up and down. We'll set this aside also because this belongs with Chode. Taking a look at Fang's head sculpt. Pretty nice one. That digital print, as always, on point. It's got the open mouth thing going on. And of course, he's got the Mr. Spock pointed ears because this is a feral character. Take a look at that profile, the diagonal, and then of course the actual profile. Very, very nice. The skin tone is nice, and the hair is a brown. There is no wash at all in the hair. but it is pretty nice. That's a good angle right there. So yeah, pretty nice. Looking at the rest of Fang, he's got the all of these trimmings and adornments on his around his neck and shoulder area. As you can see, he also has them at the top of his gloves. Serves as a belt, and they're also being sported at the tops of his boots. They're not connected, as you can see right there. The same thing with with everything else, and it is a nuisance because you have to keep like rolling them down. They want to get crooked and canted up, and but they are tight though. So I mean, you have to really mess with it. I'll have to adjust his belt because it's off centered. He has like an emblem at the center of his belt, so we're off centered. This should be more to his right, our left, to center it. As far as the figure itself, you see what it is. It is colored, it molded in a like I don't know what to call this type of brown, uh, but a mustard brown, I guess, possibly. And then you have the dark the dark striping there around the neck slash clavicle area and down the torso and on the interior of the legs. And it actually is on his rear as well. So that's pretty cool right there. Probably messing this up, but I believe he's on the Spider UK body, 2099 body, something like that. Anyhow, as far as his articulation goes, his head, which is pretty tight on, it's on a ball hinge, so he could look up. I think I can get it some more. Yeah, he could look up that far. It's on tight, like I said. That not the head, but the joint itself is tight. He can look down that far. He does give you the 360, and you get some attitude there. So that's pretty cool. Shoulders, he can get it 90 degrees up, and he can rotate the 360. He's got the bicep swivel. He's got pinless pinless elbows. I believe this is the Spider UK or 2099 body only modified because he is totally pinless. I don't believe he's the Vulcan mold. I'll have to see that uh, off camera before the next segment. But yeah, he's got the pinless knees or knees, elbows. Yeah, that the whole pinless thing just threw me off. So yeah, I'm babbling right now. Get it together, Ruck. Anyhow, he's got an ab crunch. He can go forward that far. He can go back that far, and he does have waist swivel. He can do the splits only that far, which is unfortunate because he's supposed to be like an agile character. So that's the furthest we can get. He can do the splits. He can get more than 90 degrees with the kick though, and he can go back only that much. He's got the thigh cut, double jointed. Boy, it is tight. Double jointed, pinless knees. He can only get that far though. He does have a boot swivel, and as you can see, the those teeth have drawn up, so I'll have to put them back down. It's definitely going to draw up if you swivel the boot. He can point his toe that far forward, that far up. He has ankle pivot and holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Now for some comparisons, I figured I'd start up with this version of Wolverine. This is from that Wolverine and his Fun Villains 5-pack Amazon exclusive, where he was, shirtless and beat up. I figured this is appropriate considering this is how these two first met, with Wolverine looking kind of like this. And now we have Fang next to the only two members of the Shi'ar that that have come out. Quite frankly, not just in my collection, but in anyone's collection. We have Gladiator on our far right, the Praetor of the Imperial Guard and most powerful member, I might add, aka the Superman clone. And in the center there, we have uh, a mashup of Empress Lalandra. And you may recall that the head of Lalandra came with Rogue back in the day. And the body is from Silver Sable. And the robe is from Shuri, from the Shuri Claw Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack. And here's Fang alongside the only other figure that I've reviewed from this wave thus far. We have Emma Frost. So wrapping this thing up, we've got Fang from the X-Men wave of Marvel Legends, the Chode Build-A-Figure wave. And it's a pretty basic figure. It's a new character, so there's always that. Gotta love that. Gotta love that they've repurposed this body mold by including pinless joints, knees, and elbows. Gotta love that. What I don't love is the lack of accessories. We could have gotten a neutral head or something like that. Instead, we just got what we've been getting, which is becoming just the standard, which has become the standard, just a pair of fists or extra hands, depending on how the said figure comes out of packaging. The fanged or tooth necklaces, bracelets, what have you, belts are not glued down, so they'll prove problematic. You'll have to continuously readjust. It is what it is. Yep, that's how it goes down. One thing that's great is we have a new member for the Shi'ar Imperial Guard to go along with Gladiator and Queen Lalandra or Empress Lalandra. The Build-A-Figure is part of the Starjammers, so that's not part of this club, but we are getting more and more space slash cosmic themed characters, and that's always cool. My cosmic shelf is beginning to get crowded, but I'm not mad. I just want them to continue to make figures. Hopefully, make them, you know, pretty decent. And, it would be nice if we would get more accessories. I don't even know what's up with that in terms of the lack of accessories that we've been getting. But that's how they do. And I guess in their mind, that's how it's done.